Hello and welcome to Enrich Academy. The sizzling news of the hour is the twist in the circular put out by SEBI on upfront collection of margins from clients in the derivatives and cash segment effective from August 1st, 2020. There are a lot of doubts and confusion about this amendment that prevail in the market among investors. So this video will give you a brief idea about this new circular that SEBI has proposed. The upfront margin payment is not new to us. SEBI has been trying to implement this margin since 2017, but it got delayed due to several reasons. However, SEBI has improvised on the circular step by step and has brought out this new norm on margin collection. So let's take a look at the twist brought about by SEBI to its new rule on upfront margin collection, a rule which has been welcomed by all the brokers and clients across the nation. Now, we all know about leverages and exposure limit, which is the current practice. Apart from the investment made by us for trading, broking firms provide us additional support for margin. For instance, if I invest 10,000 rupees and I receive up to 10 times leverage support from the broking firm, that is 10,000 multiplied by 10 times, I can use up to 1 lakh rupees for intraday trading. This is an example of leverage. Now, SEBI has made it easy on the brokers with this new relaxation norm, which will bring uniformity in the margin rules across the broking firms and will make the monitoring and calculation system much easier for both the clients and the brokers alike. So basically, the new policy has made margin calculation much simple, and whatever penalty was there, it will begin only from 1st September 2020. So all the brokers, I'm sure, will welcome this policy with elated response, as everyone across the industry will know that this is the number they have to calculate. For example, you can buy stocks worth 1 lakh with just 20% cash in hand. This is one of the major advantages for the client and broker community. Now, this means if you want to buy stocks valued at 1 lakh, you will need 20,000 in hand, which is 20% of 1 lakh. Likewise, if you want to buy stocks worth 2 lakhs, you will need 40,000 in hand, which is 20% of 2 lakhs. So basically, the flat collection of 20% is on the value of your transaction. So if brokers collect a minimum of 20% upfront margin in lieu of WAR and ELM from the client, then a penalty for short collection or non-collection of margin shall not be applicable. This relaxed framework will be applicable only from September 1st, 2020. Now, initially, some broking firms used to give 40 to 50% limit, but now, based on the risk factor of the clients, the limit has been set uniformly at 20%. So let's have a look at how the margin collection is going to be implemented from September 1st, 2020. So basically, the requirement of collection of WAR plus ELM has been relaxed completely. Now, WAR is value at risk and ELM stands for extreme loss margin. So a trading member may collect 20% margin instead of WAR plus ELM. Now, this means that if a transaction is subject to WAR plus ELM margin of more than 20%, then collecting of the value of security would be sufficient. Also, the point to note here is that it is not 20% of WAR plus ELM, but 20% of the value of transaction. The next point to remember is that the penalty for short collection is based on minimum 20% of transaction value or WAR plus ELM, whichever is less. This is something that you need to remember. Also, the clearing corporation will collect WAR plus ELM from the trading members or clearing members, and there is no relaxation on this parameter. Now, if we compare this to the previous rule was not beneficial for the clients, as it required the clients to have 100% margin in order to purchase a stock. So the initial rule was based on a gradual lifting of the margin in a phased manner of 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% starting from December 2020 to August 2021, as you can see on the screen. But the current rule will only require a minimum of 20% on the transaction value or WAR plus ELM, whichever is less. So let's look at the positive side of this new policy. Now, no broker can attract customers based on the exposure limit, because all the brokers will provide the same margin of 20%. The only difference will be on the brokerage and services. This will automatically mean that all the brokers will provide in-depth services to its clientele. So it's indeed a much welcoming policy that SEBI has brought about, which will definitely be a trend changer in the broking industry and a huge relief to brokers and traders as a whole. We are also expecting the same flat margin propositions in the future for F&O commodity and equity derivatives, as the trading members have already requested the same to the exchange board. Now, if this comes up for F&O, it will definitely be a game changer and will boost the growth of the entire industry, bringing in uniformity in margin collection across the sectors. Now, this uniform limit set by SEBI is basically like restructuring the entire policy and framing a new ceiling altogether, and of course, those who break the ceiling will have to face the penalty. But I'm sure there's no way to breach this policy, as it is indeed a game changer for the broking industry and beneficial to both the brokers and the clients. Another advantage of this policy is that it will definitely reduce the additional burden of the brokers, as 20% limit has been set across all the segments. So it's a win-win situation for both the clients and the brokers across the nation. A big thank you and a round of applause to all the supporters, especially and me, and all the trading members who took efforts to represent the entire broking industry and present the case to SEBI. To wrap it up, let's say change is a part of life, and change is the only thing that will not change. We have to get adjusted to the new reality. So let's travel along with the changes. If you have any further queries or doubts regarding this circular, type in the comment section below. If you found this video useful, please do like and share, and do subscribe our channel for regular updates. Thank you.